Now, exactly 1 year from now, can you believe, US voters are going to be heading to the polls to elect a new president.
And many are speculating that 2024 may be a rerun of the 2020 election, but with roles reversed, with incumbent President Joe Biden taking on his former rival Donald Trump. But a lot can change, of course, in a year.
Joining us now in the studio is broadcaster and former government advisor, Gewolb. And it's lovely to see you again. You can't believe it's a year now, and you still don't have proper candidates yet.
I think they're pretty proper. I think we've got 14 candidates. We have 4 Democratic contenders, and 9 Republicans and 2 independents. And they are laboring under the power of President Biden and former President Trump. They're a long way away. I mean, for example, Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley are 48 times less likely to get the nomination than Donald Trump, according to the bookies.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it seems nobody can touch Trump. We sort of have a bit of a fun, bit of a jibe about Joe Biden, but are there questions worth asking about his faculties, his capabilities, his suitability to be the candidate?
Not after 7th October, I don't think. I think he stepped up to the plate and showed himself to be capable and competent in the midst of the worst crisis any of us can remember. I think Antony Blinken, his Secretary of State, who certainly in his own right is capable and doing a good job and doesn't act without instruction or consent or discussion with old Joe. So, no, I think his estimation has gone up tremendously. And if I may, at the same time, Donald Trump's criminal indictments are looking more and more like the publicity exercise to damage him than real judicial processes that are going to show him in prison. So I think that we're at this point today, with only 1 year to go, as you say, Anne, very likely to see these two as the contenders.
And it's interesting, you've just been talking about Joe Biden's stance since the 7th of October. And of course, meanwhile, Trump is also playing that card, saying this would never have happened if I'd been president, and I am uniquely placed to be able to sort it out. Because he's implying that he'd just go over there and bang everybody's heads together and that would work. And a lot of people believe that in him, don't they?
He is an extraordinarily powerful individual. A lot of people say that Ukraine wouldn't have happened if he'd been president. And personally, I think that's probably just ever so slightly more believable than the claim about Hamas and Israel. But that's possible, too. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that were Trump president right now, those 2 aircraft carriers and destroyers would be docked at Bushra's Bazaar in downtown Beirut.
Do you think any policies will matter? I mean, 9 million immigrants have come over the border. Trump will play big on that. The war in Israel, the Muslim vote, the young vote, net zero, energy. Or would it simply be a straight-out duke, once again, between Trump and Biden, the personality clash?
Now, I can't do a great Southern accent, but I'm going to quote Bill Clinton. It's the economy, stupid.
That's a good impression.
That's what he said years ago, and that's all there is. When you're in the voting booth, be it in the UK or the USA or anywhere else, you want to know, how much money am I going to have left in my pockets? Nigel Farage puts this very well. You know, can I send the kids to school? Can we take a holiday? That's all that counts.
OK. It's all about the economy. Thank you very much for that superb update. Thank you, Roger.
Yeah, and Roger, you'll be back with us a bit later on in the programme too.
Thank you, sure.
Absolutely great.